This is still the 21st to the 1st, 11:30 now. I'm going to try deal with it before I try care home and ask my aunt Nancy herself. Obviously I've not phoned the care home in a while because it was becoming quite distressing because the calls were obviously being listened into. Nancy was obviously under duress and she wasn't able to speak freely. And not only that, she was being coerced into just saying things like that she didn't want me to call back. I wasn't to bother worrying about her and all this, and which is highly irregular for the way it was when she was in the hospital the last time before they tried to take her mind fair, but and it's obviously contradicted by third parties, her sister, so I'm going to try her first to see if she knows if she's American or not. In case I don't know if my Aunt Nancy's going to be too smashed out on the drugs at this point. Remember if she was in here, no, New Year or New York, innit? I can't get her. I've got a list of questions here. That's what I've been on to ask. I need to find out if she's American, not because I want to know, but because I've got the fucking American consulate on the board, on the thingy, asking me exactly that because I've sent them a urgent assistance request and they're looking like they're more interested in MD in this country's been Nancy's hanging up to now, but they need to find out. I don't know if I'm at the right agency yet. They'll only be able to act if she's a full-blown citizen, I think, which I don't know. That's why I'm trying to find out as much information as possible. So I can't get anybody, so I'm going to have to ask Nancy herself, who the conversation might be difficult with, being the fact that she's been coerced. So the conversation's likely been monitored right in front of Nancy's face. She'll probably have a nurse sitting listening in and trying to instruct her to end the call if anything awkward is asked. If I do start asking questions that the home maybe aren't too keen on Nancy answering, like is she happy where she is and stuff like that, like they'll not be very keen on her disclosing that she wants to get out. But that's what she has disclosed, and that's what her sister told me a matter of days ago. So the fact that she's still expressing that she wants to get out of there, I hadn't done an update in months there, in months and months right over the Christmas and New Year period. I hadn't heard a thing from anybody because I was so disgusted with him at one point. I stopped even calling Delia when she told me that they had cleared her house out. I called her away before Christmas concerned because I looked in Man's one day and her house had been robbed, it looked like. But it turns out it was just her brothers and sisters up to grab her possessions as if she's dead. But she's not dead. But right, I'm going to go into them here and I'm going to ask if I can speak to her. It's not ideal having to do this at all, but this is just what I'm having to do. I keep phoning the wrong number. I did call earlier on the day at the back of 9 and they told me it was breakfast time. I was to call in an hour, so this is now hours later, back at 11:39. I'll give my name as Liam or something just because I don't like identifying myself.
Good afternoon, Larkfield UK Home. You're speaking with Kerry. How can I help?
I'm wanting to speak to Nancy McLaughlin, please.
Hold on, I'll see if I can get you through.
Cheers. I'd imagine they've all been pre-briefed, I don't know, but I'm imagining for the experiences we've had before, unless they've suddenly decided to stop coercing her and stop listening to her calls and stop abruptly asking her to abruptly end the call, and I don't know, but I'd imagine we'll be getting patched through on some line where they're all listening in, and it's not ideal, but I suppose that's what I've got to do. I need to try it. See, another thing, I'll not tell her who it is, right? I'll just go, Aunt Nancy, and you can see for somebody with dementia, you watch how quickly she knows who it is. She's not got dementia, that's why she's got just dementia-like symptoms. It's certainly not dementia.
Hi there, I'm really sorry, nobody's picking up in the
Can I take your name, please?
Yeah, it's Kerry.
Kerry, I called this morning and they said the same thing, that it's a cause for concern now, that because it's hours later. It's quite important that I
What
speak.
is it that you're concerned about? Sorry, it's just the nurses are busy, so they've not picked up the phone.
It's quite urgent that I speak with Nancy herself, if that's going to be
It's urgent
possible.
that you speak with Nancy.
Yes, yes.
Can I ask who's calling?
No, you can't. I'm just looking to see if I could speak with Nancy McLaughlin, please.
I can't pass anybody through if I don't know who it is. So
Right, is this going to start again then? Okay. My name's Liam. It's Nancy's nephew, Liam.
right.
But the reason I'm concerned is because I called at the back of 9 this morning and they told me the same thing.
So that's breakfast time. So right,
So what time is it now?
The way the home's situated, I'll just explain to you, Liam. Right, the way the home's situated, where the nurses' station is in the Macmillan unit, it's down at the end of the corridor, and the dining room's up at the other end of the corridor. So when they take the phone from the dining room to go up there when they're doing breakfast and medications and things like that, the signal unfortunately doesn't reach because we're such a big home. So if they're down at the office, they'll hear it. And I know it's not ideal, but if they're not, if they're up there and then they try and take the phone up, they don't. So what I'll do, right, because I know that you phoned this morning, is see if you give me 10 minutes. I'll go up the stairs. I'll get somebody to bring Nancy down over to the office, like over to the nurse's office, so that you can call back and you can speak to her on the phone. Because if we take it up to Nancy's room, the phone will not reach that distance. Is that all right?
No, it's highly concerning actually, in the context of what I've been put through in relation to speaking with my aunt.
I don't really think there's anything concerning, Liam, to be honest with you.
No.
I don't know what it is that you're concerned about. It's just for a huge home, as I've explained to you, I've offered you an alternative. I'll go and get
Can I ask
somebody
you
to
a
bring Nancy
question?
down to the office so that you can speak to her. So
Nancy had a mobile phone and it was taken from her in the Larkfield unit before she came to you guys, and I'm wondering whatever happened to that, because that was my property.
I don't know.
That belonged to me,
I don't know,
and it was
to be
taken.
honest.
Yeah.
You maybe need to speak to social work regarding that.
Yeah, we can't get speaking with social work, but I'm needing to speak with Nancy immediately, please. And I'll be honest with you, I don't feel comfortable at all speaking with Nancy when she's been coerced in front of an office full of nurses. And that's what, sorry if you can let me finish. I'm not meaning to come up against you here, but if you're telling me that you're having to take my aunt into a room, into the nurse's office,
so
that yes, that is highly concerning. That she's going to be coerced again and she's not going to be able to speak freely.
Right, Liam, look, I'm not getting into any of this with you.
You don't have to. I need to speak to my aunt.
You want to speak to Nancy because I've offered you an alternative. I've said that I'll go and ask for somebody to take her over to the office.
It's highly unusual that she has to come into an office in front of nurses. Is this what you do with all the patients? I've documented this call, and what you guys are doing to that lady is going to be brought to the public light. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Good morning, Larkfield. Do you care home? You're speaking with Kerry. How can I help?
Hey, Kerry, can I speak with somebody else, please? I've spoke to you a wee minute
Sure,
ago
hold
there,
on.
if that's possible.
Thanks. Yeah, hold on. Good morning, Elsie McLean here. Can I help you?
I'm waiting to try and get connected to Nancy McLaughlin, please. The staff were having some difficulty. The lady just put the phone down. I'm quite concerned, being that I called twice already today, and I've been unable to connect to Nancy in both times. And the lady suggested that Nancy would have to be brought to the nurse's office to have a conversation. The only question I asked the lady before she terminated the call on me was, Is that standard procedure for all the patients to be brought to the nurse's office to have a conversation?
Well, basically what happens, Liam, is initially our guidelines are that basically from a social worker was that you were to call Nancy's phone. If Nancy wished to speak to you, she would, and if she didn't, that would be her choice.
But they've told me that
So regarding
Nancy doesn't have a phone.
within the home, sometimes they don't reach when you actually get to the end of the corridor.
Can you confirm if Nancy has a phone or not, please? Because this has been a cause for concern in relation to the mobile phone specifically that you've mentioned again here today. For quite some time now, I've been unable to get Nancy on her mobile phone, and I've been wondering where it's gone. I've raised the concern umpteen times over. Does Nancy have a mobile phone in her possession?
Well, as far as I'm led to believe she does, but I'll find out for you. But I know that was the guidelines from the Inverclyde Health and Social Care Partnership, that basically because I know at the beginning when Nancy complaint that came in where there were issues raised regarding medication.
There was a complaint put into the care inspectorate quite some time ago, which put the phone down on me because she knows it's me now. That was Elsie McClellan there, the manager. So she's made clear again that they've been told to do this by the social worker who's Nancy's illegal guardian.